With the 10-degree beveling file here, I will take it on the side where I feel there's fret sprout, and I will put it on the frets here and right up against, so I can feel that it is riding on the edge and the top is resting on the frets here. And I will take it across. And I'll do this a few times, and I'll keep listening for when I can hear the file actually catching metal instead of wood here, and you will be able to hear it pretty quickly. And just from these two passes, I can actually feel that I am hitting a bit of the fret ends up here, maybe to around the 12th fret, but from there on and down, I can feel that the frets are actually sitting pretty nicely within here. There are no frets sticking out, so I'll have to do a little bit more up on this side. And I'll constantly check the progress, just running my finger up and down, feeling that there are actually no frets. You can use your nail on your thumb here and just run it up against, and I can feel that there's not much tang left sticking out here. And as I mentioned, we are just going to later concentrate on the corners themselves here, because they will also be an issue here. Once we have run the beveling file across, we will leave sharp corners on the frets here. So with just these few passes here, I can actually feel that this is starting to be pretty good here. And once the beveling file is done and we have removed the sprout from the sides here, it is time to take care of the fret corners here. And for this, I use the small fret dressing file here, which I mentioned had the flat safe edge and a rounded safe edge as well. And the way we do this is that we start with the flat side down. And you could decide whether you'd like to work from the outside going in here, or from the other way around, the inside going out. It just depends. You can do both, but it's up to what is most comfortable for you. But you'll take the flat side and you'll make sure that you're actually running it up and kind of rounding those edges, just to break the edges with the flat side. Then you turn it around and you use the rounded side to take care of a little bit further up on the fret and then the top, because that might have been hit by the beveling file as well. I've just zoomed in a little bit here so that you can see from the side where I'm working from the inside and out here. And with the fret beveling file, I will start laying it down with the flat side. And this is just a matter of going in here and just slightly rounding or taking off the sharp burr on the corners. So I'm doing that, and just doing that in a rounding downward motion. And I'll use my finger as a guide, feeling around the two frets over here, which I've already rounded, and use those as a reference. And that feels pretty good. I will turn the file around and use the rounded side. And I'll do the same thing, just making sure that I get up on the sides as well here. And again, it only takes a few passes, and I'll feel the two frets that I've already done, and that is feeling very good here. So it's just a matter of a few strokes. Once you've gotten the side and the fret sprout done there, it's just a few strokes in order to get the sides around it smooth and feeling much better. So this right here would be the process that I'm using, and I'm just taking my time doing this, getting the fret sprout from the sides removed, going in with the fine file here, just using it with the flat side down first and then the rounded side, and just working my way up along the neck, constantly feeling with my fingers with the surrounding frets that I have rounded over, and making sure that everything feels nice to the touch here, because we don't want any sharp ends to stick out and potentially hurt you when you're playing. So this right here was just an insight to how I go about dressing the the fret ends and dealing with fret sprout. And it's pretty common, especially when humidity kicks in here. But this is a good way of dealing with it using a Beveling file and a fine fret dressing file here. It will get you a long way. And the result that you're left with is just a much nicer and smoother touch on the fret ends and the fretboard itself, because you're not in danger of catching any sharp corners on the frets or any fret tang sticking out, potentially cutting you on your fingers while you're playing. So the overall goal here is just to get rid of that and have as smooth a playing surface as possible. And yeah, you will be able to achieve this using the tools here. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please leave a request or a comment in the section down below. And until next time, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video.